Hi, Klein class. How are you today? Today we're going to make a dragon, and it's going to be really easy. You can get two different colors of clay, roll them in a log, fold them, and again, and you're going to get some really cool color combinations with this. So for this, what we're going to do is we are going to have some red, so maybe a marble size piece of red, some blue, and this is just blue scraps, and just a little, maybe almost like an air size bullet piece of blue, couple different colors of yellow that we've rolled together and folded, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute, and some green and gold that we've done the same thing to. And then we've got some brown that we've totally some different colors of brown that we folded and rolled in. You've got this really beautiful wood-like snake kind of texture, and then a little bit of green and white and yellow that we've done the same thing to, and then rolled out very thin and then attached to this. I'll show you how to do it. So you've got, like, here we've got some yellow, a little bit of yellow, some blue, and some green. And you just roll them and fold them and roll them and fold them until you get this beautiful kind of striated wood-like look. So you're just going to do it until you like it, how it looks. And when you like how it looks, we're going to call that done. So you can see, like, this is already getting really, really beautiful. So that's the technique that we're doing for this dragon. And so what we're doing here is we've rolled this out like, oh, okay, so for this, I rolled it out like this into a long strip. And then I attached this on to the belly of the dragon and then rolled it again. So that's how I got that. And we're gonna leave his tail long. This is gonna be for the tail, for his body, and for his head. So I'm gonna squish the body down so that it gets nice and thick. And then for his head, I'm gonna leave where his neck is very thin. And then for his head, I'm going to push this rope back so that we get kind of like whiter cheeks and a square snout. And just keep playing with it till you like it, and you can curl his tail around. That would look really cool. And then we're going to start decorating him. And for his spikes, what we're going to do is we're going to make this yellow mixture nice and long. And then we're going to make the end of the rope pointed, and then we're going to flatten it every single time so that we get different size spikes. And so, like, for right now, it doesn't matter what size you get, because we're just going to decide as we're decorating our dragon how those are going to go. So we'll just continue doing this, and what we want is enough spikes to totally go along his back and up his neck and even on top of his head. But we're going to save some of these for his horns. So we'll get this. We're almost done here. And this is so pretty too. This is going to be his wings, his legs, and we'll do some horns out of this too. So once you're all done with your yellow spikes, we're going to get our green log and we're going to divide that into half first. So I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to divide this in half, and this half is going to be for his wings, and this half is going to be for his back legs. And then each one of these parts are going to be for his feet. So here we go. We're going to do 2 cone shapes for his front legs. And you can just roll that out like that. Flatten this just a little bit and do 2 cuts. And there we've got one hand. And we're going to do another one. And then we're going to do 2 cuts as well. So for his little paws, we've got both his front feet. Now this other smaller piece, we're going to break that in half, make it into a ball, and then make it into a teardrop shape, and then again cut 2 little paws, and that is going to be these are going to be for his little hind feet. Okay, so now the next biggest piece of this green and gold, we're going to cut in half. We're going to make into 2 teardrop shapes. And this is going to be his little hind leg. And that goes right here on him. And you can push that in and blend it in so that it fits in really nice. Another little teardrop shape. Push that onto his little hind paw, and then push that onto his body. Make sure it's really secure. And we're going to take his hands and his front legs and push those on as well. Now this is going to hold a little marble, so if you have a marble, go ahead and push that on. And let's see, we've got a little bit of clay that I took off of his body, and if you didn't, you could just take it off his tail and then reshape that. We're going to make this into a diamond shape and then cut this in half, and then make a little scoring mark on one side, and that's going to be his ear. So we'll do that. And he's already looking pretty cute. I'll show you what he looks like. Okay. So now what we want is his spikes. And we're going to choose the bigger ones to put up here. We'll just go 2 down right there. And then we can start at the tail and add the shorter ones in. Just give them a good push so they stick on. You can give them a little pinch to make them a little sharper on the ends, and just look for the shorter ones and put those on first and shape them as you go. And then when we get up a little higher, what we're going to do is we're going to pause putting on these spikes because we want to do his wings. So this is looking so cute. It's got a nice little row of spikes. And about right there, we're going to pause, and we're going to take this other half of green and gold, and we're going to make it into a ball. We're going to roll it into a ball, and then we're going to roll it out, and we're going to get an oval. We're going to cut this oval in half, and we are going to take the curved side, and we are going to take our thumb and our finger, and we're going to pinch different parts of this so that this makes his wing, and you'll see the top part then becomes curved. So, but we're going to start on the curved side, and the top part is going to become curved, but it started out the straight side. And I'm going to take our knife and score on both sides of his wing 2 little lines. And this is the structure of the wing, where his bones are going to be the ones that are going to give the wings the ability to flap. So we want to make sure and give him this structure on both sides. And if you have trouble with your wings staying how you want, you can always put wire on the inside of them. We're going to put his wings right here on him. And that's staying pretty good. So, and we'll finish putting his spikes down the center of his back. Just do the best that you can. And it looks like we need another spike there. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make another spike. And then we're getting close to being done. That looks good. Okay, his wings are kind of resting. So if you like that, you can leave that. And if not, then you would want to put some wire in his wings. Now for his face, we want a little teardrop shape of this yellow, because the spikes start out on his snout, and then we're going to take another one and put it up right here. And then we're going to take this rest of this yellow and we're going to make 2 horns. So we're going to go on both sides of that rope. We're going to cut it in half and then attach his little horns right there. So let's see. You can see what he looks like there. Okay. And his little eyes, we're going to cut this little ball in half and then in half again. We're going to put his eyes on both sides of his face so that it looks like this. Like that. And then we're going to cut his snout in half so that his mouth opens, and take it back maybe 1/4 of an inch, and then we're going to do fire coming out of his mouth. So we're going to take this red and we're going to cut it in thirds, and then we're going to make little ropes out of them, maybe 3 inches long, and we're going to fold them together and then twist them, and that's going to be the dragon's fire. I'm going to do that just 3 times. And then we will put these together and we'll just fold them so that curl them so that they look really cool. And then I'm going to squish them so that they fit inside of this little dragon's mouth. I'm going to open up his mouth, put the fire in, and then close it so it holds on. and then make sure you get everything just how you want it before you bake it. And then he's going to go in the oven for 30 minutes at 275 degrees. And there you have it, this cute little dragon. There you go. What a fun thing to make. All right, we will see you next time, and thank you for joining me. Bye.